everybody, this is Cartoon Gal on YouTube, and today I have another exciting DVD unboxing to show you guys. I'm sure you guys have already seen my last video where I unboxed the Time Squad DVD that I got from the UK. Well, today I have another DVD from Cartoon Network that is from the UK that I bought, and it's Sheep in the Big City. It's a very underrated Cartoon Network show, and I bought it at the same place where I got the Time Squad DVD. I purchased them both on Amazon UK. Now, I would have done this DVD unboxing sooner, but I was busy with school and stuff like that, and it was a bit delayed, but well, it's finally here. It finally arrived in my mailbox. Now, before I get to the unboxing of it, let me tell you the history about this show, like I did with the Time Squad DVD. So, Sheep in the Big City is another very underrated Cartoon Network show. Like it it was basically about a sheep that it was about a sheep that lived on the farm, but he ran away from the farm into the big city to escape a general that wanted to capture him for a sheep powered ray gun. Yeah, it sounds very weird, but that was the plot of the show, and you just had to go along with it. It also had a narrator that told that was in the episode. They had a narrator that told stories about the episodes, and they had this crazy ranting Swede guy that would rant at the end of every episode. And they also had weird puns, and it was real it broke the fourth wall a lot, with the plot device, and it was basically like an early Chowder and Gumball for Cartoon Network at the time. This show really broke the fourth wall a lot. It was such a clever and unique show. It was honestly like the Rocky and Bullwinkle of the 2000s. It's like as if Jay Ward made this cartoon, because this show was just so similar to it. And if you take a look, you may notice that the art style of this show seems very familiar, and that's because this show was created by Mo Willems. And you may know him as the famous children's book writer. He wrote a lot of books with the pigeon, like How the Pigeon Drives the Bus, or the Elephant and Piggy books, and many others. I can't think of a lot at the top of my head, but yeah, he wrote a lot of famous books, and I enjoy them a lot. I mean, I read them to my cousin all the time, and they're quite enjoyable. You can tell that a lot of the humor and the art style from Sheep in the Big City, a lot of them are in its books. His art style is really familiar, very familiar. But anyway, we're not here to talk about books. We're here to talk about Sheep in the Big City. But anyway, so yeah. Again, Sheep in the Big City ran from 2000 to 2002. And like Time Squad, it was very short-lived, and it was a very underrated cartoon. And it's sad because, again, this was a great show. It was unique and clever, and it definitely deserved a lot more love from the network, as do a lot of their underrated cartoons out there. But so after it ended in 2002, this show basically it didn't even reran. It was basically gone. It was off the air. It was available on iTunes for a brief period of time, if you can believe. I think from 2007 to 2012, I don't know. I think it was I think it stopped being on iTunes in 2012. Like, it was on iTunes for a brief period of time, but they just pulled it off for unknown reasons. I mean, I don't know why they pulled it off. Like, it was just a great show. But other than iTunes at the time, like it's gone from iTunes now, but other than iTunes, literally the only place you can watch this show legally and the only physical media release this show had in the United States was in a DVD of the Powerpuff Girls titled Powerpuff Bluff, which I might add was the first Powerpuff Girls DVD to ever come out in the United States. But anyway, there is an episode featured on that DVD, believe it or not, and it was actually the pilot episode of the show that was featured on that Powerpuff Girls Powerpuff Bluff DVD. But yeah, other than the pilot episode on that Powerpuff Girls DVD, there's no other place you can watch this show. I mean, it was on iTunes for a brief period of time, but it's gone from that now. So you may think that Powerpuff Girls DVD is the only place you can see it as of now, as it doesn't air anywhere on TV or any streaming services as of now. But that's not entirely true, for Sheep in the Big City did have a physical media release, and it's this DVD, which you can only find exclusively in the United Kingdom. So yeah, other than that Powerpuff Girls DVD that I mentioned quite a lot now, this UK DVD release of Sheep in the Big City is basically the only other place you can watch this show as of now. In fact, as I've mentioned before, for some odd reason, the United Kingdom has DVD releases of the more obscure Cartoon Network DVDs, like Sheep in the Big City, Time Squad, and I've seen online, like when I was shopping for these DVDs, I've seen online that they also had Squirrel Boy, Megas XLR, Mike, Lou, and Og, and even Out of Jimmy's Head, which wasn't a very popular show, by the way. Yeah, so and they each all contain the first 3 episodes of the series. And since these 2 DVDs look very similar, very similar in the design, I can honestly see the other DVDs having the same design too. The only difference being the front design artwork and the shows, of course, with the different characters and all that. But they all seem to have a similar look in the style of the DVDs. But yeah, the UK just have DVD releases of the more obscure Cartoon Network shows. And again, this doesn't just apply to the more obscure Cartoon Network shows. I mean, areas around the world have better DVD releases of the shows than in the United States. I mean, Australia has DVD releases of Cow and Chicken. They have DVD releases of like I think they have like a couple of Johnny Bravo, and Thailand has DVD releases of Chowder and Ed, Edd n Eddy, and Australia has the box set of Regular Show and Dexter's Lab. I mean, I can't think of a lot more at the top of my head, but you know what I mean. Like, the areas around the world just have better DVD releases, and I don't understand why America doesn't have access to those shows, since we're the company that makes those shows. Like, this is the area that makes those shows. So, like, why don't we have any of these? Why don't we even the popular shows don't have good treatment? But anyway, I'm not here to. Cartoon Network does need to do a better job of releasing their shows on physical media here in the States. I mean, why else do people pirate the episodes, or like me, they have to go out and buy this stuff from other regions? Because they just don't treat their shows well here. But I'm not here to rant about Cartoon Network's DVD releases, even though that is a pretty big issue with them. I'm here to unbox the Sheep in the Big City DVD. So, let's get right down to the unboxing finally. So, here's the front cover. Very nice artwork. It has the Sheep in the Big City logo. An artwork of sheep looking very happy and excited, like smiling. And we have a background, a very nice looking background of the farm and the big city. Like you can see them in the distance. Like very nice artwork. And we have that little U logo that informs you that this is a European DVD release, that it came from Europe. The spine, it says Sheep in the Big City, and there's that little U logo on it again. One thing I question is, and even for the Time Squad DVD, why don't they have the Cartoon Network logo anywhere? Because these shows do come from Cartoon Network, like they're Cartoon Network shows, so why don't they have the logo anywhere? I mean, they do say that they do say that they are cartoon. Come on, focus. They do say that they are from Cartoon Network and this DVDs was made in 2011. But just why don't they have the logo anywhere? They're not present anywhere. It's not something that I worry about too much. It's not something to be too worried about. But it's just something that I question. And it's fine the way it is. It's just something. And finally, here is the back. We have the Sheep in the Big City logo again. Only this time it's not surrounded by the white wool. And the description reads, Sheep is just your average sheep who runs away from the farm and tries to make an honest living in the big city while avoiding being captured by the secret military organization. Sheep faces problems like finding a nice apartment, balancing work and social life, and avoiding a rich socialite who plummets him with a stainless steel wig. Here is a character profile of Sheep, and he's looking excited and happy. And they also have on the left side here screenshots or thumbnails of each of the episodes that are featured on this DVD. It's multi-region. Thank goodness I figured out on the Time Squad DVD that it wasn't able to play on my PS3, because thank goodness I have a region-free DVD player now, and I can finally watch and enjoy these shows on my DVD player again. But anyway, like the Time Squad episode, it also only contains 3 episodes. Only this time, their Sheep in the Big City is a full 22-minute show. So all the episodes are 22 minutes. Like, there's not 6 11-minute episodes like on the Time Squad one, because on the Time Squad DVD there was 6 11-minute episodes, but again at the time Cartoon Network used to put 2 11-minute episodes together as one 22-minute episodes. So that's why they counted as 3 episodes on the Time Squad DVD. But here, Sheep in the Big City is a full 22-minute show, so it's just one full 22-minute episode each. And the runtime is 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 17 seconds. So basically, it's like an hour and 5 minutes, which is like 65 minutes. And some legal information. You can pause here if you are interested and want to read all this. And the copyright date is 2011, so which means this DVD came out exactly 10 years ago, and it was released on the same day as the Time Squad DVD. So that must mean the United Kingdom have made all these Cartoon Network DVDs pretty quick and on the same year. And now let's open it up. Oh, and before we open this up, I have a guess that the DVD is going to be similar to the Time Squad DVD, in that the artwork on the disc will just be this picture on the front cover, but on the disc. Like, I know there will be artwork, but I'm expecting it to be similar to the Time Squad one, in that it's just the artwork on the front cover. Oh, and this DVD, again, I bought it used, so it's not shrink wrapped or anything. I just brought it used. Here we go. Oh, wow, okay, this is very different than what I was expecting. The disc actually has different artwork on it. Where, unlike on the Time Squad DVD, here, let me show you. On the Time Squad DVD, they just had the same artwork of the characters' pose on the front cover, just on the disc in front of the red background. Like, the pose is same and everything. But here on the Sheep in the Big City DVD, they actually used different artwork than on the front cover. Like, you can see that. And it's actually pretty cool. The case is once again high quality. Like, I'm really impressed with that. It's not in an EcoBox case or anything. Like, it's very good. Like, it's a strong quality case. And here's the disc. Again, very nice full color artwork on the disc. Here, let me take it out. You can see Sheep in a draw me like one of your French girls pose, looking straight at us. And you can see the Sheeps in the Big City logo. And you can see the Big City in the background. And the little U logo again. Again, very nice full color, different artwork. And it looks really nice. And here's the back of the disc. There are scratches on it, like on the Time Squad DVD, because, again, I did bought this DVD used. Like, I bought it used from a place. But I really don't mind the scratches, because really, as long as the DVD works, and there aren't any scratches like in this area here, like as long as the episodes are playable and it's not completely broken, I'm totally cool with that. Let me put that. There we go. So, yes, I finally have another obscure Cartoon Network show in my DVD collection, and it's really cool. So, yep, I have 2 obscure Cartoon Network titles that I really love here with me today. Time Squad and Sheep in the Big City, 2 of my most favorite obscure Cartoon Network shows that I imported from the UK. So, again, if anybody out there wants to own these shows in physical media in some format, you can buy the Powerpuff Girls VHS Meet the Beatles for the Time Squad DVD. You can buy that Powerpuff Girls VHS and this from the UK. And for Sheep in the Big City, you can buy the Powerpuff Girls Powerpuff Bluff DVD because it has the pilot episode of Sheep in the Big City, which somehow isn't. I don't know why they didn't include the pilot episode here. Like, like the pilot episode, like I already tried out the DVD on my player over here. Like I already tried it out, but it doesn't have the pilot episode. It just has the first 3 official episodes of the series, and I just find that weird for some reason. But no matter. So if you want to have as much physical media releases as these 2 shows as possible, I recommend you pick up the Powerpuff Girls Powerpuff Bluff DVD, and I also recommend you pick up the Powerpuff Girls Meet the Beatles VHS release, just to have an extra episode of these 2 shows and to have them in physical, as many of them in physical media format as possible. It is unknown if Cartoon Network is gonna release these shows in full. I mean, I know there is a person on YouTube. It was most recent actually. I know there's this person on YouTube. They're called Sheep in the Big City. And they actually have full episodes of Sheep in the Big City on their YouTube channel. Like, you can watch full 22-minute episodes of Sheep in the Big City on their channel. Like, and it's most recent. Like, I just found out about this yesterday. As for Time Squad, like, there are some episodes on Dailymotion and pirating sites, but yeah, that's about it. And again, Sheep used to be available on iTunes, but it was just pulled off the platform for some odd reason that I'll never understand. So, yeah. It is also unknown if these shows are going to be put on HBO Max, which already has quite a few Cartoon Network titles, but not all of them. I mean, I talked in my last video that there is a chance Time Squad could end up on the service because it was featured like back in April as part of their promotion on the Cartoon Network Old School app on all the stuff that's coming to HBO Max. So there is a chance Time Squad could come on it. But at the same time, Sheep in the Big City was not featured on the Old School app. Like, maybe it'll come on HBO Max, but it wasn't featured on the app, so I'm not sure. But anyway, Cartoon Network, if you're watching this video, if you can't give full physical media releases to any of these shows, which I highly doubt it's ever going to happen at this point, then at least put them on HBO Max, because I bet a lot of people would come running to see these shows again and have a way to watch these obscure content and watch the full show again legally. I'm sure many people would love that. So please put these shows on HBO Max. Please. So, yeah, I have all these shows on DVD and it's just really great. But even if they do become available on HBO Max, I'm still going to hold on to these DVDs for sure, even if they do come in full on HBO Max, because it's just awesome to have obscure titles like this in my collection. And I'm just really happy to have these two DVDs in my collection. So I'm definitely going to hold on to them because basically they're just cool to have. And I love these obscure shows so much. Now, as I've said before, Cartoon Network has put out some DVDs in the United Kingdom of the other obscure Cartoon Network shows like Mike, Lou and Og, Megas XLR, etc. But I'm not interested in those shows. No offense to anybody who likes those shows, but I'm just not interested in them and I don't really want to pick them up. I have these two DVDs and Time Squad and Sheep in the Big City are the two only obscure titles that I care about, and I'm just really happy to have these in my collection. Oh, and as I mentioned before, I finally have a DVD player, a multi-region DVD player. Yep, here it is, right here in full glory. Now I can play DVDs from all over the area. I can play DVDs from all the other areas like Europe and China, all those areas. And this is where I have been watching my Sheep in the Big City and Time Squad DVDs. And now that I have the multi-regional DVD player, I'm definitely interested in picking up some other Cartoon Network DVDs that were exclusive in other countries, since it doesn't look like Cartoon Network in America will release any of those DVDs soon. Like I'm interested in picking up the Cow and Chicken season sets and the Johnny Bravo Goes to Bollywood and all its seasons from the Thailand. And I'm also, and this is a big one for me, I'm also very interested in picking up the Dexter's Lab complete series box set that was only released in Australia. Yeah, Dexter's Lab does have a full release on HBO Max, but they don't have the Ego Trip movie on it. And Ego Trip is available on the Dexter's Lab Complete Series box set that was released in Australia. And because I love Dexter's Laboratory so much, I'm definitely interested in picking up that set up, because it's just cool to have all the episodes on it, and especially Ego Trip in a proper disc format. Since it doesn't look like they'll release Dexter's Lab or really anything here in the States. I already have season 1 of Dexter's Lab, and I already have the Ego Trip movie on video cassette. But since I am planning on picking up that Australian box set, I'm definitely gonna get rid of those DVDs. That DVD I have and that Ego Trip VHS movie I have, since I'm gonna have that box set very soon. And I'll definitely do an unboxing of that soon. But anyway, Cartoon Network, please release more DVDs in home physical media, since we would love to have them. And I really hope that happens one day, because it would just be great to have all these shows on a DVD format here in the States. But until then, we still have DVDs from other countries, and which is always nice to have and the best option to have for now. So anyway, that was my unboxing of Sheep in the Big City, the UK DVD release. So, if you liked this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more content. Oh, wait, one more thing. I know I promised last time, but I would show you what the DVD menus of the Time Squad DVD would look like, but I didn't have a multi-region DVD player then. But now that I do, I'm definitely going to upload a video very soon to show you guys what this and the Sheep in the Big City menus look like. Well, that's it for this video. This has been Cartoon Gal, out.